Thank you so much for the flawless support in the previous video, and of course, Naruto. I'll be telling you from where I got these posters very shortly, but first, let's talk about the books. Many of you know and many don't that I am a defense aspirant and military comes first. So does the military books. I'll be presenting you few books, not all, but few of my collection which are my favorite. Comment down your favorite and let me know. There are several books that talk about valors, sacrifices, victories, and above all, the gallantry awards. The very first book that I'm going to talk about is The Brave by Recomendations. And I'm telling you, I've met her personally and she's an amazing woman with a humble personality. I got my book signed and you can see there. See, in this particular book, the book is about India's highest military decoration, Paramveer Chakra, awarded for displaying exceptional valor during wartime. We have total 21 recipients. The novel talks about a bit of their early life from kins and knowns and how they proved their mettle in battleground. Definitely like to suggest you this novel to acknowledge the efforts, the mettle, the valor, the legacy they left us behind. Second is Kargil, again from Rachna Beshrawat ma'am, and I'm telling you she's my favorite. The book is untold story from the war, and see, we know Kargil for deceiving by the Pakistani forces and above all for the heroes. Captain Saurav Kalia, Major Sonam Wangchuk, Captain Hanifuddin, Lieutenant Vijayan Thapar, Captain Anuj Nair and Captain Vikram Batra. I think he's favorite of most of you. So it's not just some of the highlighted contents that was in every book, but the writer has covered all of these in detail, especially Robin. You'll get to know who's Robin in the book. I'll tell you another fascinating point in the book, that is about Captain BM Karyappa. So when he noticed that his position was being overrun by the enemies, he called for artillery fire on himself. Isn't that crazy? That is why I said that they have left us a legacy to continue. This metal that I was talking about, that is what they have shown in true sense. The third book that I'm going to talk about is Watershed 1967, India's Forgotten Victory over China by Prabol Das Gupta. And the very fascinating thing about this book is its cover. It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So the book says what happened when India and China last went to battle with each other. China won? Wrong. India won. The sole India-China conflict that remains etched in our collective memory is 1962 war, which India tragically lost. But 5 years later, in 1967, India and China faced off once again in the heights of Chola and Nath. See, now the writer is talking about two passes. What are these two passes, Chola and Nathula? These are two passes in Sikkim. It has also provided a map within the book. I'll definitely show you. So, this is the place where confrontation between the Indian army and Chinese forces happened. So now the best part about book is the author is not giving you an account of just the subject. It's not talking about directly about the subject to confuse you. Instead, it is giving a brief historical background of all the things that happened before, including the Tashkent Treaty, the Battle of Haji Pir Pass, the Asal Uttar, Battle of Asal Uttar, Operation Grand Slam, and many more. I think you'll definitely enjoy reading this book. This will be probably the last book for today, as the video will get too long and I like keeping things short and crisp. So the last book that we're going to talk about is India's Braveheart by Lieutenant General Satish Dua. Now the best part about this book is the author is himself a military decorated officer. He tells us about his operation while he was in the services, including the Uri. Yes, the very famous Uri movie. Yeah, he was in that. and he's talked about everything, and that too in very non-military terms. You won't get any military terms in this, and it's very easy to read. No high vocab is used in, nothing at all. It's a very simple novel. These are not all, but these are some of my favorite. I wish to see what are your favorite novels, and comment down in the comment box to let me know. I have read other books. It's not like these are just the books that I have read, but these are some of my favorites. And let's talk about posters. I'll be talking about posters, but subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See, we are putting effort, so I wish you can just spare some time to share it. Talking about posters, see, some of my posters are, I've bought it from Delhi, that is from Connaught Palace. You get to see there are a lot of posters. So I bought my posters for 200 rupees, and I think I got 5 posters for 200 rupees. But there were conditions. You need to bargain a little. So 5 posters for 200 rupees. These are some of the posters that I bought from there. And some of the posters I got from online. I'll leave the link in the description if you are interested to buy them. And some I have myself printed out. There's a little war machine that I have, and I did that from that. Anything else?